It's a new recorder. Our first time using it.
But it's...
No, I just... It's a new one. I'm not used to it.
it's okay.
So, my name is Jim Ruel. Hey, welcome to another episode of El Pachuco Chronicles. And my stupidity, I forgot to hit record. We just interviewed these wonderful people.
We've been talking for like 15, 20 minutes.
And
This is Ray Estrella. I'm back on
stories,
now.
And we have a new recorder. And apparently you have to hit record on with this new one. The old one, you didn't have to do that.
You just plug it in and it goes.
I'm so embarrassed right
Wait.
now.
What?
You'd always have to hit the record on the other
I know,
one.
I was kidding. Yes, you always have to hit record on it.
Okay. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Who are we sitting here with?
It's okay.
It's not. It's embarrassing.
Trial and error.
I've had a long couple days, so it's like...
Introduce yourself.
Okay. My name is Patty. I go by CherryDoll.
And I'm Eric, also known as El Chamuco, the Pinstriper.
There we go.
And
Let's talk about your event.
Yeah, let's talk about your event.
So Sunday, October 6th, Bell Gardens at Ford Park. It is the Eddie Cochran Memorial Car Show. And we're going to have live music, a pinup contest, a Little Miss pinup contest. What is it? We're going to have food trucks, right?
Food trucks, live
vendors.
music.
No, this probably won't come out till a little later because we have...
No, it's fine.
But yeah, keep talking about it. And you're going to keep doing it? Is this the first time thing?
This is the first annual,
So we'll have to get you on next time, like a little more in advance to make sure.
So
But
this is the first show.
Yeah, this is the first show.
Exciting.
The mastermind, Carlos, an old friend of mine, we've known each other since we were 14. I'm 44, so about 30 years. His whole thing is he wants to have a weekender here in LA. Like a, kind of like a Viva weekender.
Yes.
So that's his baby.
That's his takeoff.
Yeah, that's his baby.
I gotta put him in
yeah.
touch with somebody because somebody else wants to do that.
Yeah.
So.
But we're beginning today. We're beginning this year with raising money for kids scholarships through the Stella Kiwanis. It's helping the East LA area, high schools and stuff like that. I went to Bell Gardens High School. It's the shows in Bell Gardens. So, I'm kind of...
And this, you're
Boy,
raising
I wish
money.
you had those scholarships when you were young.
Yeah. I do, because...
No, that's what we were saying
Yeah,
earlier
yeah.
in the first round.
What is
of
the
this
actual
recording.
scholarship for? What do you...
They're helping kids, get scholarships for school, for college.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
for college.
That's great.
So,
That is
there wasn't anything like that in our
And
area
you guys
back
have a
when
nonprofit then?
they have a nonprofit.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, they have. Yeah, it's the
Awesome.
so. And then it's we're also raising money for the American Legion Post 465.
Okay.
Where they host Fuss and Holler. So, yeah, it's.
I like the names of these shows.
So this is the first one, like, where did this start with a conversation with somebody or like, we need one
my
here?
friend Carlos was actually like I said, it's my friend Carlos's baby. He's the one who started. We actually talked about this like 2 years ago, and he said he wanted to go ahead. He wanted to start all this, and he wanted to do a weekender. And he's like, when we start all this, are you on board? I'm like, I'm on board. I used to do the Bedlam at the Broiler at Bob's Big Boy in Downey. So it's like he knows that I have a lot of those shows under my belt. And then before that, I used to do benefit shows with two other girls. We used to be called Gypsy 3. We were the first 3 girls in Southern California to bring people from San Francisco to San Diego up for a benefit show for multiple sclerosis in Long Beach at Frisco's.
Wow.
When it was in Long Beach. Now it's in Rolling Heights?
Yeah.
No. Whittier. They used to have one in Long Beach, Rolling Heights,
Yeah.
and Downey, and then now they're all in Whittier.
Wow,
They're
that's
just in Whittier
awesome.
now.
Well, that's a good thing you guys are doing. That's a really good thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a lot of fun to do the shows. It's tiring.
It's work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of work.
Any
That's-
event is a ton of
it's
way
work.
more work than people realize.
Yeah.
It's work.
It's not just looking pretty and standing there.
How much is it to get a space there at your show?
At the show, it was $100 for vendors.
Okay.
Yeah, that's including the license and everything else through the city.
Oh, you gotta get a license. Okay. It's like Long Beach. Long Beach is like their own
they
state.
take care of it. The city takes care of it. Everybody just needed to sign up before a certain day, and then they
How many
took
vendors do you
everything
have?
off. You know what? I'm not a part of that part, so I'm not sure how many vendors we actually got.
So you got like a full team putting this together.
Yeah,
That's the way to do
we
it.
have a whole
That's
whole
good.
whole
Good for you.
team. Yeah, like I said, my friend Carlos, his wife, is one of the city council members in the city of Bell Gardens, and she's like a one-woman show. She's amazing. Frances is amazing. She does so much, so much for the city, and always bouncing around, benefits here, events here, events there. She's
well, that's cool. I hope you guys make a lot of money and raise a lot of money. That's a very good cause.
And it's free admission. It's free admission, so you don't have to worry about
sneaking in.
Yeah, any of that. And there's plenty of parking in the surrounding streets around it.
We don't have to get there real early, so you're not checking.
Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Well, cool. That sounds. Are you going to be doing any pinstriping over there, Mr. Pinstriper?
I'll have my gear with me if anybody wants any work done.
What are your rates like?
It's pretty much
he still doesn't know. He still tells me, what should I charge for this? He's just not used to it.
I've had people tell me I'm lowballing myself. I have people telling me that's ridiculous or you're charging too much, and it's like I don't know where to balance it out yet. I've had guys that call me and be like, can you give me an estimate of my car? Well, that's your car. Well, it's not done yet. Okay, well, let me know when it's done. And then they pop out with the car done with somebody else's work on it. I'm like, oh, well. And you get the ones that you'll make the effort to travel down there, look at their car, give them an estimate. And, that's not what this other guy was charging me. Well, then go with the other guy then. I'm not going to lowball myself because, first of all, I'm not saying I'm no, Von Dutch or Ed Ross, but I can pull a decent line. I got some good designs. Paint ain't cheap, and neither is those brushes.
And neither is your time.
Exactly, and my time.
I'm going to want you to design
all the skill. You've been doing those 20 years, right?
I want you to design a Pachuco that I want to put on the either the hood or the rear end of the car.
That would look better on the trunk because it's
the trunk. Yes,
flat,
yes,
it's round and flat. So.
Yes, right by where we open it. That's where I want the Pachuco.
Okay.
So I want you to design me a Pachuco.
All right.
Okay.
I'll get on.
And I'm not saying what kind of car it is, but it is, and it's like a fleet line.
Okay.
So it's like between a 48 and a 50 fleet line. So.
Yeah, well, that's the perfect canvas for that because it's like I said, it just slopes and it's smooth.
Yes.
Now, like when you want to put on the hood, you got that whole strip in the middle with the hood ornament. So.
True. Right.
That don't work.
I'll pay you. I won't lowball you. I'll try.
Yeah, man.
Can you share that story, how you got started? That was pretty interesting.
Well, back when I was about 18 years old, I was building a lowrider bike, fresh out of high school. And the guy I was hiring to do my pinstripe work, he would go off in his own path as far as what he was doing. I just got my bike back from the painter. It hadn't been cleared yet. I called this guy. I told him I wanted, just basic body outlines of the tank area, the frame tubing, nothing too fancy, nothing too way out. Went inside, come outside. He's out there with this brush. Looks like he has a house paint brush, making these big old swirls and swoops all over my frame. And I was like, no, I don't like it. So he went ahead and took the paint off, started over again, and did what I asked him to do. Then a few months later, I had him striping a bike for my nephew. Once again, he went and did his own thing. But this time, I actually flowed with it because there was no body modifications on that frame. It was just tubing, so he had to keep with just lines and swirls here and there. But as he was doing that, I was kind of going through his box of supplies and my notepad, taking notes on what kind of paint it is and what kind of brushes and the numbers because each brush is numbered by size.
Okay.
Which determines the thickness of the line you can pull with it. So I was writing down, brush names and numbers, and I wrote down the name of the thinner reducer he used for the paint. Everything down to the special pencil that he would use to outline designs before he would, stripe them over. And that week when I got paid, called some paint shops, found where they had all stuff I needed. Went down there, bought a can of paint, my own brush, and some reducer. Came home and dug out another old bike frame, just kept, going line after line, back and forth, and then wipe it off, put more paint, wipe it off. And after a while, I was comfortable enough to, tell my brother, hey, let me stripe your bug. He has a 61 Volkswagen. And it was like one of the original patina Volkswagens on white walls.
Yeah.
So it was always, out there amongst the lowrider scene and the bomb scene and stuff in the valley.
Yeah.
we'll go cruise night with it, and it would fit in because, it has the white walls and the blinds in the back and stuff. After a while, when the car sat for a while, the striping I did in it had faded so much that it literally blended into the paint to where it looked like it was originally from 61 also on there.
It became one with the car.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Funny thing is by watching how it progressed like that, not many people know this, but I learned how to age my striping to look like it's been part of a car for years. Just a little bit, wet sandpaper, and just kind of lightly go over it till you start to scuff some of it off.
That sounds perfect because I know Ray doesn't want to. I don't think he's going to repaint it. I think he's going to leave
it the way it is.
He wants to do it.
Yeah.
From a time period thing.
It's really awesome when you do
if you can do paint striping to kind of match that, I think that would look spectacular. That's really cool. That's how I was gonna. That's kind of what I was wondering. Like, so when you get it and you're doing it, what do you like when you're coming up with designs, or do you have a bunch of kind of your own, or do you research, or do you just have inspiration?
A lot of it is just freestyle. Whatever you start with your center drop down and kind of work from there, and whatever just starts to flow out after a while.
Wow.
And with me, everything I do revolves around whatever music I'm listening to.
Mm-hmm. Or what mood he's in.
Oh yeah, what mood I'm in.
Sometimes he doesn't want to paint because he's in a bad mood.
But when I'm painting,
we don't want to put that bad energy in the paint.
Exactly. Not only that, it's like everything is like, I don't want to do this. I hate this. I can't stand this. Why do I gotta mix the paint?
Like a regular job when you're not doing.
And it's
worse when you're own boss too.
Yeah, exactly. It's supposed to be something
get it together, fool. Like, what are you talking about?
And it's supposed to be something that you find, relaxing and therapeutic, but at the same time, it's like irritating you because you got to do this prep and that prep, and
you need an assistant.
His son. When he has his son on the weekends.
Let him do the complaining when he has to prep.
Yeah.
Well, he's next in line for striping also because he wants to learn.
That's cool.
And matter of fact, for Christmas, I think it was last year or the year before, I bought him a couple cans of paint and his own brush.
That's good.
He wants to get him a box too, and everything.
And it's exciting.
That year, he actually pinstriped his first ornament.
Yeah.
And I still have it in my storage.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I know a lot of sons don't always want to do what their dads do, so that's pretty cool.
Well, my son, he wants to build a lowrider bike also. As a matter of fact, we already have his frame ready for paint.
Yeah.
But as soon as he starts to behave and act right at school with me and with Patty and at home with his mom and her boyfriend, then he'll start getting progress in that bike. But until he starts to act right all around,
right,
it ain't gonna happen. Because that's how I got my bike built when I was in high school. I mean, it was a thing of I was, basically running with a bad crowd, out late nights, vandalizing. And I would come home and wake up late for school, get to school late, no homework to turn in.
But you still managed to graduate, though?
Yeah, I barely graduated, but I graduated.
Yeah. I like that. It's like you're kind of taking this bike that's been important to you, but turning it around and making it this positive incentive for him to do well in school.
Exactly.
And I think I kind of feel like that's what this whole culture's been about a lot of,
Yeah, I mean,
show people these aren't necessarily negative things.
Yeah, it's like a lot of us come up in this community with a reward system for our behaviors, for our grades and such, and that's how I was brought up. That's my brothers. My older brother, when he was in high school, he played bass in the heavy metal band. And basically, his grades determined his equipment he was able to get. Yeah. So, he upgraded from a bass that my mom found him in the Sears catalog to a limited edition Fender Bullet bass, wow. Which he still has. And
that's the one you have?
No, that's the one he wants to pass down to Logan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so my son also wants to play bass now because, my brother had a little health scare and he's trying to think of who he's going to hand down his belongings to now. Uh-oh. And one of his prized possessions is that bass.
Yeah.
He keeps that thing in the flight case that he bought it in. And it's in such good condition that the case still smells new inside.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and the strings are still brand new and crispy on it. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
He has a beater bass he plays, for fun when he's bored, but
and then he's got his
that's his baby there. But I learned the reward system from that. then with my own thing with the bike. So I want to pass on to my kids the same values that I was taught. You know, you do good, you get good things in return. You know, just like with my son with the pinstriping. I'll sit there and I'll paint for hours in front of him. But if he's been acting up all day, he ain't touching a brush. He can watch and learn, but he ain't going to get hands-on. Because to me, even that's a reward. You know.
You have to have structure.
Yeah, I mean, I have my kids every other weekend. And you can ask Patty,
It's been a
Royal
battle.
Rumble
Yeah.
between those two over the dumbest things. You know,
Usually is.
everything is a
That's
competition.
not unusual.
And it's not. A lot of people think, oh, it's because the age gap. No, my daughter's 13, he's 9. That's not a big age gap. You know, and
Mine are 8 and 4, and when he has them, we're all together.
Like the Brady Bunch.
Yep.
oh yeah,
Don't play
good
ball
times,
in the
good times,
house.
good times.
No, and sometimes they'll act up, and he'll only how can I put it? He'll only get mad at them so far, and I don't stand for it. He knows that my kids are like, you know, they're not gonna get the chancla because you know nowadays you get arrested for that.
Oh yeah,
But
Only if you show marks. Only if
What are you
show
in for, Chancla?
I know the chancla went the wrong way.
well, it's like the Manic Hispanic song,
They
Chunk
dodged,
Club
there
User.
was someone behind them.
Yeah,
Innocent
but-
bystander.
Well, it just depends. I'm a widow, so
okay.
you know you've actually, if you were to see a picture of my late husband with me, you would remember him.
I probably would.
You would.
Yes.
You would. We
Yes.
used to vent together. We used to, because you know how it was just Vanessa
Yeah.
that would go to the little show sometimes,
yes.
and you would just come and drop by and bring her food and stuff
Yeah.
like that. We used to be in the booths next to you guys.
Yes.
And so it's
I
like
remember
if
us
you-
being at a show in Colton
Mhm.
years ago. It
Yeah.
was freezing.
Yeah.
Freezing. And I just remember
Was that one was the
the huff.
yes. That one we were freezing. We're all like,
and it reminded
we're
me
all
of a
trying
damn
to-
swap
yeah.
because they let everybody and their mother
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
Because
I remember
there was
that
a guy
one.
selling Christmas presents next to it. Well, what are
Yeah.
we doing here?
No, seriously.
Really?
Seriously.
Wow.
Seriously.
So it felt like a
And
swap. I swore I'd never do another huff
it
or rum
was
again.
crazy. It was crazy. This was at the airport, right?
Yes.
Yes, it was at
Yes.
the airport.
Yes.
Yeah, my late husband was there. So
Yes.
it's just like for
And
me.
that's how I
it's-
remember you. I remember
Yeah.
you. So, oh, hold on. Martin. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
no, no.
My customer Martin is just coming telling me bye. He's going back.
Oh.
He's going back up to Frisco. He came in for the day, and I'm glad you got your pants done.
Hey, thank you.
And,
thank you.
I hope you have a
made it
great
all
wedding.
happen. Yeah.
And send me pictures, please.
Yeah.
Check out the Chronicles.
Okay, I'm gonna check out your
Thank you, Martin.
got it.
Thank you,
Hey,
buddy.
man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Anytime.
And now you're
Anytime.
on it. Sorry.
Sorry, he was a customer
yeah.
that drove all the way from this morning from Frisco.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, to get a suit, and now
Nice.
he's leaving. He's going back. But thank you guys. I appreciate you guys taking the time to come talk, and I love to hear the stories. And you know, we're gonna have to get you a Zoot Suit soon.
No, of course.
Yeah,
man.
we've been talking
Yeah,
about it. We've been talking
I'm actually
about it.
eyeballing that black and white stripe one over there,
Well,
man.
I
I
got
love
one
that
for
one.
you. So
Yeah, he was
We'll-
like,
Well,
we've been
we'll
talking
work
about
out a
it for a minute.
bartering system.
well, let's say we'll trade that striping job for a suit.
Yeah, that's because I want when I think of you being an art, like he's an artist because he's saying things. I want to see that pinstripe zoot suiter. I'm thinking like ties. I'm thinking of my car. I'm thinking of a lot of different things. So I have a couple ideas I want to shoot your way.
Okay.
I'm
So-
thinking the same thing. Yeah. And you weren't here when he was talking about a technique he learned
Oh,
from
Oh,
the
yeah.
one that faded. You want to explain to him what
Oh,
one of your
so-
specialties?
One of the things that I taught myself was how to age my pinstriping to look like it's been on there for years.
that's what you were saying about one of the cars earlier.
Yeah, my brother's Volkswagen. Because I basically watched how the sun beat it down, you know, and it was
Oh, and that thing was beat down in the
Yeah,
sun. Let
literally.
me tell you, in the valley, and it's not like they had it in the garage. It was
yeah, it sat
literally
outside.
outside, away from the trees where it would get a lot of sun.
Right.
Yeah, it was like the patina was never clear coated over, so it was everything, even the striping was just raw in the open.
Right.
And it was to the point where you can run your finger over it and you wouldn't feel any brush stroke because it was just so much one with the paint.
Wow.
I messed around with, you know, wet sanding here and there and
Yes,
stuff,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I got the kind of
I want to see pictures.
Oh, I
Send
have
me
pictures
some.
of that. So I got pictures of Volkswagen. I'll send them to you on Instagram.
Yeah. Well,
I follow you guys.
Yeah.
I'll
Send the story.
Send them to me. I'll send them to.
Okay, yeah.
Vanessa. I have her number.
Jim's family just showed up, so Jim
Yeah.
stepped away. He's trying to sell him a
Got
Zoot
my
suit now.
father-in-law here. Wants a suit.
Oh, okay.
So Jim's in selling mode now.
Sophia.
Hi.
Hello.
He
His
was
daughter
talking
is.
about you a little
yes.
bit ago. I like your shirt.
Thanks. It's
Who's that?
Loki.
Yeah.
Loki, Mickey Mouse.
She loves Loki. She loves Loki. That's good. Well, you guys, thank you, and I look forward to doing more
Oh, of course.
future
Man.
endeavors with you and seeing you more.
We'll come visit next time. We'll bring a pizza.
That's my daughter, Sophia. Sophia, you want to come say hi?
Yeah, tell us who you
Hi.
are.
Hi,
Get
name's
close, get
Sophia.
close.
Hi, my name's Sophia. I'm the daughter of Jim.
And you're a Zoot Suiter, right?
Yep, me too.
Yes.
I'm also a Zoot Suiter.
She goes on
Awesome.
stage with us and dances.
Oh,
and
that's
she
right.
Loves it. Yes.
Yeah.
How was it the
Yes.
first time you got to model for that?
Yeah, it was.
Did you have
Yeah,
fun?
when my dad told me that when my dad told me that the store was doing a Zoot Suit fashion show, I was like, yeah, let's do it.
So it was
So-
time. You jumped on stage and you did your thing.
Yeah, I just like hopped on stage, did the dancing. I heard the music and I decided, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna dance.
She did. She did a
That's
great
awesome.
job. She did a really good job.
Yeah.
Good job. I appreciate that. We're gonna do it again next year.
Nice.
And how did you get into Zoot Suits? What inspired you?
What inspired you to wear them?
Well, when my dad introduced me to the store, I saw like the aesthetic of the Zoot Suits, and I thought like they were really cool. Like it's like going back in time. And once I was like at like a birthday party for both my uncle and my grandpa, and we were looking through a photo album, a family photo album, and my uncle noticed a picture of my great grandfather, who's my grandmother's father, and he pointed out how he was kind of wearing a Zoot suit, and my mom showed my dad, and he confirmed it was a Zoot suit.
Yes.
So now.
Or many moons ago.
So now that was my motivation to getting a Zoot suit.
Yes. She got a burgundy one.
Oh,
Ooh,
okay.
nice.
Burgundy. It was my grandma's favorite color.
Yes. She likes honoring her grandmother.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing with us.
You're welcome.
We'll see you soon, yeah?
Yeah. See you soon.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
Why are you here today, Sophia?
Oh, yeah. Why are you here right now?
Oh yeah. I'm here today to just I'm here to get my grandpa a Zoot suit.
So Jim better start measuring and selling.
That's right.
So thank you. See you
No,
guys soon.
thank you for having us on.
Yeah,
Oh, anytime.
That was fun.
Anytime.
This was
It's
really fun.
Love to hear the stories. All right. Close it out, Jim. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Sophia. Thank you guys for stopping by. I don't know if we've met before, but it's very nice to meet you, and I
don't think so.
really enjoyed chatting with you. And thank you so much. And that'll wrap up this episode of El Pachuco Chronicles. Until next time, we'll see you.
See ya.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Rock that boogie. rock that boogie, 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 rock that boogie. Check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right. Trick-ta, winner, trapper, trick-ta, trick. All right. Rock that boogie, 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 rock that boogie. Rock that boat! All right. Thank you, dancers.